Hello everybody, Deplorable Bobby here, and this is the way I see it. Today we're going to talk about the Democrats dooming our preborn children, and we're going to talk about the Born Alive Abortion Survivor Act and how it was blocked by Democrats this week. Born Alive Infant Protection Act of 2002 was signed by George Bush, and it extended legal protection to infants born alive after an attempted abortion. These legal rights for these babies has been mostly ignored because selling baby parts is a thriving business, and those people would lose a lot of money, if they started having to treat these babies and that were born through a failed abortion rather than going ahead and killing them or letting them die or whatever it was. But anyway, the Born Alive Abortion Survivor Act was blocked by Democrats. And again, it's too much money flowing into the hands of the wrong people for the wrong reason. And Lord, they would lose so much money. And the big thing about it is the bill would have allowed prison time for doctors who failed to provide this medical care after a failed abortion. I think that's a great idea. These doctors need to be held accountable. They're nothing but baby killers. That's all they are. And they should be held accountable anytime they overstep the bounds of the laws and the rules that we have in place. This law would have really been a feather in the cap of conservatives and right-to-life people all across the nation. It would have been a great victory, but instead it was pretty much a massive defeat. The Dems' decision leads me to wonder if they're embracing infanticide just to appeal to the liberal left. That seems to be the big deal today. Abortion. After birth abortions, people, it's rampant. It's just crazy, the things that they're wanting to do to these children. And so our current federal policy doesn't protect babies adequately at all, especially after a failed abortion attempt. Our own laws recognize that all babies born alive are real persons. They're real people. But our laws do not require that these baby killers treat these infants with any degree of care or dignity that are afforded other newborns. The Born Alive Abortion Survivor Protection Act would solve this problem by requiring medical care to be provided to these babies who survive a failed abortion attempt. It would have made it a crime not to treat these poor babies. And it is a crime. These are monsters. These are literal monsters that are killing our babies. We shouldn't need laws to protect these babies because we shouldn't be killing these babies to begin with. And that's just the way I see that. But Donald Trump put out a tweet. I'd like to read it to you. Senate Dems just voted against legislation to prevent the killing of newborn infant children. The Democrats' position on abortion is now so extreme that they don't mind executing babies after birth. This will be remembered as one of the most shocking votes in the history of Congress. If there is one thing we should all agree on, it's protecting the lives of our innocent babies. And Mr. President, yes, I agree with you 100%. I would agree with you 110%, but there's nothing more than 100%. So you have 100% of my support. The 2020 Democrat hopefuls all voted against this bill, every one of them. We can be thankful to 3 Democrats. Joe Manchin from West Virginia, Bob Casey from Pennsylvania, and Doug Jones from Alabama. These 3 individuals voted bipartisan. They crossed the lines and they voted with the Republicans. We had a couple of Republicans out that couldn't get back for the vote, so I think we lost 3 there. So that was 3 votes that we missed on that end. But I wanted to bring this to you. I think it's so sad that today in America we have no concern for the dignity and the life of these poor innocent children that are being ripped, literally ripped from their mother's womb. And even after being dismembered, some of these babies live for a period of time, but no care is given them. No care at all is given that poor baby. People, this is Deplorable Bobby. This is the way I see it. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.